Well, hello there. How are you today? How's everybody out there in internet land, out there on the world wide web watching your YouTubies? The other day, I had a moment, a moment of divine inspiration, or like I like to say, I got my head out of my ass. I've watched reaction videos because I'm interested in seeing the reaction of the person doing the reacting. How do they react to the song? For the most part, I know the song, I've heard the song, and I'm just interested to see, do they agree with me? Do they react the same way I do? What their thoughts are on it? And I also, have noticed that I'm always having issues with copyright and getting things passed. So I've decided to go with a completely different format now. A completely different format. First of all, for those in the know, 512. Other than that, let's go ahead and listen to some music, not the video. We're not going to show the whole video anymore because we have sometimes copyright issues with that. We're going to just listen to the music and react to the music and see how that goes. I've noticed some other reactors doing that same format. They seem to be having much better success than I do. Of course, they're probably nicer people than I am. So it is what it is, right? All right, so here we go. We're going to listen to the Petersens playing Big Iron. So here we go. See how this works. Cool.
To the town of Albufria rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip, for the stranger there among them had a big iron on his head. A big iron on his head.
Okay, for those of you that are much younger than I am, big iron on his hip means that he's got a gun on his hip. This is an old Western song about cowboys and such. So he's got a big iron, he's got a big gun. And iron's not really accurate, they're steel, but be that as it may. Big iron, we'll give him the poetic license here. Big iron on his hip. Here we go. Let me rewind a little bit.
Had a big iron on his head. A big iron on his head. Well, it was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came to whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with the big iron on his head. The big iron on his head. Well, in this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. Soon the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks.
Hold on a minute. A little bit of insight. Notches on his gun. 1 and 19 more, 20 notches on his gun. Now, it was a practice back in the day that for every man that you killed, you would put a notch on your gun to keep count of how many men you killed. And so somebody with 20 notches on their gun has killed 20 people. Now, this is a song and it takes poetic license, but in reality, very few, if any, person ever killed 20 people. It's just unheard of. But it's a song. So let's go on. Let me rewind here a little bit and we'll go on.
1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. Soon the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. It was in Arizona Texas Red. After Texas Red. It wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 to be the ranger with the big iron on his head. The big iron on his head. Well, the morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. Oh, they knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared the leather for a bullet fairly ripped, and the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his head. The big iron on his head. Well, it was over in a moment, and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his head. The big iron on his head. Big iron, big iron. Oh, he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his head.
Wow. All right. The Petersens. These kids are just so good. I mean, that fiddle playing and the steel guitar, the guitar, the mandolin, the bass, all excellent. Incredibly well done. They carried that tune beautifully. Doing the backup vocals and stuff was just all perfect. That was as good a production and good a recording as anything that you would have seen back in the day. Anything. These kids are on it. They are on it. They're doing a great job. The Petersens, as far as I'm concerned, are going to be an incredible upcoming group. It's going to be interesting to see how they develop and you know what directions they go and how it builds. But tight people, check out the Petersens. There'll be a link in my description down below to their channel. Go over there, like, subscribe. While you're at it, hey, like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up here too. We appreciate it, friends. All right. Well, I hope you like this new format. Going to be interesting to see how it goes. But yeah, let's go find some more stuff for us to listen to, shall we? Thanks, friends.